Hey guys, Steve here reporting for the Rideshare Guy on the burning question everyone's wanted to know, and that is, who would be dumb enough to do rideshare in this thing? That's right, the Cybertruck. Well, guess what? That idiot is me. Because, you know why? Not that I would buy this thing just to do rideshare, because that would be dumb, but if you already own one, it is an amazing vehicle and it's really fun to do rideshare in. And it actually, I think, makes sense in a lot of ways. And I will show you what I'm talking about. So as background, I've been doing rideshare for 11 years, part-time, all in Teslas. Starting with the Model S in 2014, where I gave the very first Uber ride in the Flagstaff, Arizona market. However, I do most of my rides in Phoenix and Scottsdale, as I live in Scottsdale, but operate vacation rentals up in Flagstaff, which is 2 hours away. In fact, I've done rideshare in every single Tesla model at one point or the other. This is the Model X. Then I had the Performance Model 3, and then the Performance Model Y, until finally hitting the Cybertruck in May of 2024. So let's hop into the stats. So far, I've given over 1,500 rides on the Cybertruck with a perfect 5-star rating. So far, I have earned over $15,000 on Lyft in less than 9 months, and I've saved over $6,300 in gas. That is incredible. Now, a lot of that is, some road trips I went on and stuff like that over the course of 34,000 miles that I've traveled in this thing. So it's not all rideshare related, but a lot of it is. Stick around till the end when I will go over the pros and cons of using a Cybertruck for rideshare. So when I do rideshare, I use the stay in area and destination modes almost exclusively. This allows me to stay in a good area close to home with short rides, allowing me to get the ride bonuses. Since I do this just part-time, short rides also enable me to quit anytime if I need to tend to my real business. A somewhat controversial topic is full self-driving. And here's my take. If you drive a Tesla and are not using FSD, you are kind of an idiot. Even if you tried it in the past, it is much better now. You just have to get over the learning curve. Don't just quit after it does one wrong thing. You need to become comfortable taking over at any time. Just practice without passengers until you're confident. It's so much safer. You'll get better tips when demoing it. It does actually pay for itself. It's also more efficient. It's way less stressful, meaning you can drive longer and make more money. Don't believe me? Well, watch some of my FSD videos on my Tesla Income channel. Hold on one sec. Navigate to the mission, Scottsdale.
Ooh.
Perfect. Okay. Because we want the car to drive us. We don't want, I want to be able to concentrate on you guys.
Oh, of course. Oh, thank you,
I mean, I'm still paying attention. I've got to,
So
you don't
car
have to
is going to drive itself?
We drive ourselves every day. The fact that I'm still living and I drive myself daily.
You can't imagine what's happening right now.
Oh, I see it.
He's not touching it?
Nothing.
All right, let's move on to the pros and cons. The first one is steer by wire. Steer by wire is insane. The back wheels turn, which is a really great feature. This thing is just as maneuverable as the Model Y that I used to do rideshare in. So when there's a big event and there's 20 Priuses lined up and you pull up in the Cybertruck, which one do you think is going to be easier to find for your passengers? The other thing that's nice is, as you can see, this thing is pretty dirty. Like some of these properties I manage are on dirt roads, so it gets pretty dirty, but I obviously keep the inside nice and clean, and it's very, very spacious. People get in and are amazed at how much legroom there is and whatnot. And it's a super smooth, super comfortable ride, and people really like it. This, obviously, I've got my own personal stuff in here, so I keep that for myself. But, I mean, there's massive storage back here. Now, I've got some things in there now, like my boots and skis and things like that because I'm going to go skiing up here. But as you can imagine, you can fit a ton of luggage back there, and it's completely secure, and you have nothing to worry about. Speaking of which, because it is a truck, you can also do other gigs like roadie, where you're taking big, massive loads and dropping them off for customers. Sometimes they're, short around town. Sometimes they're long, 50-mile rides, whatever. But anyway, it just gives you that option to take on and do more stuff besides rideshare, because as we know, rideshare isn't going to be around forever. And this is another big one, guys. This is stainless steel, meaning not only is it rust proof, bulletproof, and dent proof in parking lots, which is really great. All right, now let's move on to the cons. And I think the number one con is probably the cancellations. There does seem to be a slightly higher rate of cancellations than with a regular Tesla. Now, I don't know for sure. I don't have any solid numbers. It's just kind of the feeling I get. But you know what? It just comes down to this. There are haters out there, folks. As we all know, there's lots of haters. Some people just hate the Cybertruck. They think it looks ugly, which, hey, that's personal opinion. But then there's the full-on Elon Musk haters and so on and so forth. So whatever the case may be, yeah, you might get an occasional cancellation that you wouldn't have. But big deal. Just move on to the next. This is one thing that does suck, though, is this. That's how you press the button to get in. And of course, I've added that little button there, or that little, once again, a magnet to kind of help people figure it out, because Tesla doesn't like to make it easy, of course. And the final con is the fact that Lyft does not even offer comfort. So I'm on the bottom level, scraping by with these bottom barrel rides, on a $100,000 vehicle. I mean, it's kind of a crock. But what's even worse is Uber doesn't even have it on there at all. So you can't even do it on Uber whatsoever. So, I mean, come on. It's the number one selling EV pickup in the United States, and it's not on Uber, and they want to pretend like they're green and EV friendly. What's going on, folks? Clearly, do not, I repeat, do not buy a Cybertruck just to do rideshare. But if you're going to buy one anyway, for all the other great reasons to do so, it is a great way to fight the FUD, bust all the myths and misconceptions about the Cybertruck, and have a great time. Because you know what? The passengers really love it. It's fun, it's exciting, and you can make a little bit of extra cash.